CCX Sports presents coverage of high school girls basketball. Tonight, a matchup between the second-ranked Wayzata Trojans and the 10th-ranked Maple Grove Crimson. From Maple Grove High School, it's John Jacobson and Ryan Iverson for our season debut of high school girls basketball. And what a great way to start. 4-0 Wayzata. They have really come out of the gate gangbusters to start 2019-2020.
Well, it's surprising. I didn't know the basketball season was this far along. You look, Wayzata's already 4-0. Not only, but they've beaten some really good teams already. They are very, very loaded this year, and they came right out of the gate ready to play, averaging over 80 points per game. They are exciting to watch. I can't wait to see this matchup tonight.
Maple Grove's been in the state tournament the last couple of years out of Section 8 4A. They are 1-1 so far, and so just getting started, but a lot of veteran players on this Crimson team who have seen tournament experience.
Yeah, and Maple Grove's one of those teams that no coach wants to play against, especially come playoff time. They're really well coached, and they play really, really hard, and they got some really talented girls this year. And they're 1-1. They lost a tough Eden Prairie team who's going to be very good this year, beat another solid Minnetonka team. So I like that both of these coaches are scheduling hard games early on. You're willing to take a loss early on if it means it's going to prepare you and get you better for the season.
Now, last time these teams played in January of last season, it was a low-scoring game, 49-44. Would you expect that tonight, or does Maple Grove especially have too much offense where it's going to be hard to keep them in the 40s?
Well, I think Wayzata, averaging over 80 points, they get up and down in transition, and they dominate the boards. They're tall, and they can get it, and they can run. So I think tonight, if Maple Grove is able to hold them under 60, that's going to be a win for Maple Grove. That's going to be a competitive game. If they got 35, 40 points at halftime, John, I don't know if Maple Grove can score that many to keep up with them. So I anticipate a physical approach tonight by Maple Grove and a slower tempo, try to keep the score down.
Let's look at our key players, starting with the Trojans. Jenna Johnson is a junior, has had a terrific start to the year, receiving a lot of Division I interest, and she is a terrific high school basketball player.
Averaging 26 points per game. I mean, anyone that can score 26 points per game, it's not a fluke, it's not luck. You've done it over 4 games. She is phenomenal. And they, like I said, Wayzata has so much talent, but I think she's really the engine that makes them go. She's versatile, she's tough, she can do it all. I just love watching her play. She's a really, really exciting player.
And for Maple Grove, a 3-year starter, Abby Schulte, coming off an all-state soccer season. Going to play college basketball, though, at North Dakota State, and already showing she's an outstanding player this year in just 2 games.
Well, she's just a great athlete, John, and she's a winner, and she's a competitor, averaging over 17 points per game. We talk about Maple Grove having to generate offense, and Abby Schulte is a big part of that. She needs to be in that high teens, low 20s tonight, needs to get a little bit of help too, especially from some of the other players, and they got to get some depth. That's going to be the other thing with Maple Grove, but Abby Schulte leading your way, you're usually in pretty good hands.
We're looking forward to this one for our start of our season. Wayzata, Maple Grove girls basketball. We'll take a break and tip this one off from Maple Grove High School on CCX after this. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out."
We are just a few minutes away from tip-off. High school girls basketball, number 2 Wayzata, number 10 Maple Grove, tonight on CCX in our first game of the 2019-2020 season.
I got to tell you, John, I'm happy to be inside.
Yeah, we had those cold nights out in football those last few weeks, and culminating with that game down in Chanhassen, and we certainly enjoyed what a terrific fall for high school football, including this school, Wayzata, just capped off their championship season in football Friday night.
Well, pretty fun to have, be well represented by our CCX area here with Champlain Park and Wayzata in the championship. But it just feels so weird that we're in basketball. I can remember our first football game like it was yesterday, and here we are. We're almost to Christmas, and love basketball season, fun, and what a great matchup to start our basketball season with, too, with 2 top 10 teams.
Let's look at our starting lineup, starting with the Wayzata Trojans. And it's a good lineup. Their forwards, Jenna Johnson, number 22, is a 6'2" junior. Annika Stewart, 6'4" senior, the other forward. And their guards, Mara Braun, a 5'11" sophomore. Lydia Hay, a 6' senior. And Abby Krizwinski, a 5'9" freshman, in the lineup tonight for the Trojans. For the Maple Grove Crimson, forward Jordan Lampker. She's a 6' junior. Their guards, Kylie Baranek, a 5'7" junior. Abby Schulte, 5'9" senior. Izzy Brandt, a 5'8" junior. And Ari Gordon, 5'10" sophomore.
Both teams have some stars on their roster. You look at Wayzata and you see Mara Braun, 13.5 points. Jenna Johnson, 26 points. Annika Stewart, 15.5. So you just see a lot of high scoring, high averages. And it's going to come down to defense, I think, if you're Maple Grove.
A couple of veteran coaches. Mike Schumacher, 11th season as head coach. State tournament appearance back in 2010. Of course, they've been runner-up to Hopkins in Section 6 4A. A couple of times, more than a couple of times.
I was going to say, if you take Hopkins out of there, he's probably got 6 or 7 state tournament appearances.
And Mark Cook, now 15th season as head coach. They've been to state the last 2 seasons after back-to-back appearances in 2010 and 2011. And I'm sure will be one of the favorites in that section again. St. Michael Albertville, another strong team, the team that they have beaten twice in the last 2 section finals.
We get to meet a lot of coaches doing this broadcasting, and like you said, both of these guys, 2 of our favorites. They're just always so outgoing and humble and kind and respectful of their opponents. And if you ever want 2 teams to win a game, tonight is the night. But a lot of fun, really good guys, really great coaches, good coaching staffs, and their kids play the right way year in and year out.
Gordon and Stewart on the tip-off to start tonight's game. And it's Wayzata with the opening possession. Stewart, a little give and go, misses on the shot in close. Follow-up is up and in. Mara Braun has the first points of the game.
Yeah, and she's a sophomore this year. Remember, she started and got great experience last year as a freshman.
3-point shot is up and in, and Maple Grove has its first points off the 3-pointer from Schulte. A spin move by Jenna Johnson, hands it off, shot up, and we get a blocking foul and free throws coming for Lydia Hay.
Well, you get back the first basket by Mara Braun. How do you answer? On the other end, good offense, nice ball reversal, and Abby Schulte knocks down a 3, and that's the kind of stuff Maple Grove's going to have to knock down perimeter shots tonight to keep their scoring level up. And I'll tell you, look at this Wayzata roster, John, and they're just tall all across the Mara Braun, their point guard, 5'11". So they got great height. You saw her crash the offensive glass as well.
Second one is good. 1 out of 2 for Hay. That fouls on Schulte. And we are tied up at 3. Lampker looked at the basket from 3-point land and gives it off to Schulte. To a double team, off to Lampker above the block. Into the lane, back out to the Gordon. Gordon driving baseline up, missed the shot. And the rebound for Johnson and Wayzata. Braun, a little step back, now hands off to Stewart. Back into the hands of Braun. Good defense by Maple Grove, not giving any Wayzata any good looks here in this possession. Goes into Stewart and gets it in.
Yeah, and you see Coach Cook get a timeout there. That's frustrating when you play about 25 seconds. A great defense. And Wayzata does such a good job of their spacing and moving the ball, so your guards are working like crazy. And they got Annika Stewart down below with that size, just one-on-one in the post. You gamble, there's no help behind there, an easy bucket. I think that's what Coach Cook is talking about. If we're going to front or if you're going to gamble, we got to have help side defense over the top.
As Ryan mentioned in the pregame, just 2 games so far for Maple Grove. A loss to Eden Prairie and then a win against Minnetonka. They were down that game. Dozen points at halftime. They came out on a 22-0 run to start the second half to beat the Skippers.
Well, it's funny, Coach Cook was actually saying he thought they played better in that loss to Eden Prairie. And Eden Prairie, talking to some other high school girls basketball coaches, I've been told they're going to be really solid this year. So that loss, definitely not a bad one.
That pass goes through the hands of Lamker. It's a turnover for Wayzata. On this one off Johnson's hand, and Wayzata gives it right back.
Even though they didn't score there, John, you can see what Wayzata is trying to do. Off of a turnover, they are pushing the ball. And when you have Jenna Johnson at 6'2", and she can run like a deer, and you see her trying to run right at the rim, they're looking for her in transition. You got to make sure you get back and have good floor balance when you're playing Wayzata.
Lamker puts it on the floor, into the lane, goes up with the shot and gets fouled by Stewart. She'll go to the line for 2.
I was just going to say she needs to be aggressive tonight. We've seen her over the years. She's a very good shooter, but she is so good when she is aggressive and attacking the basket. She's just crafty and uses her body really, really nicely. And I think Maple Grove, they're going to need the shooting from Schulte, but they're going to need Jordan Lamker being the best version of her, and I think that's attacking the basket like she did there. I can tell you, John, I go to the Lifetime in Maple Grove quite a bit. I don't think I've ever been there when Jordan Lamker is not there practicing her jump shooting.
Knocks down 2 free throws there. That shot missed and then went off the ropes that lead to the top of right above the backboard, and that's out of play and a turnover to Maple Grove. So a 5-5 game here, 2.5 minutes in. Brandt down low to Lamker, nice feed, but shot missed inside and rebounded by Stewart.
And I think Stewart's height just bothered her there. Instead of going right up, she shot fake and had kind of a tough angle.
Stewart misses on the 3. And the rebound to Arnebeck, and then another missed shot inside Stewart, another board for Wayzata. And the Trojans will push it right back. Kuzwinski back to Stewart. Fires it down low to Johnson, back out. Kuzwinski, one dribble, shot up long, and rebounded by Gordon.
Great defense there by Maple Grove. Do you see how they doubled down on Johnson, forced her to kick it out?
3 on the way, missed by Schulte. Trojans rebound. So just one look again for Maple Grove, and Wayzata the defensive rebound. We stay tied at 5. This one deflected out of bounds by the Crimson, and the pass intended for Johnson.
And you see Schulte there giving up some height down low, but just fighting and battling, able to tap that ball out of bounds.
Jasmine Smiley, number 23, in for Wayzata. Emma Cans, number 44, in for Maple Grove. Pass gets deflected. It's a steal for Maple Grove. Here comes Gordon driving on Stewart, who will pick up her second foul.
Well, and that's big. That's a heads-up play by Ari Gordon there. She got the steal. And a lot of times you end up, when you're going against someone with size, you end up shooting a jump shot or trying to avoid contact. Gordon went right into the chest of Stewart, and it's a smart play. She picks up 2 early fouls.
First free throw in and out. Second one for Ari Gordon. Missed, but rebounded by Lamker. So the Crimson keep possession. Schulte couple dribbles. Open underneath. Arnebeck. Throw it back out. Lamker, baseline up, not good. Chipped out, and it's into the hands of Smiley. 1-on-4, she's got to pull it back out, and then goes to Braun, who drives baseline. Draws the foul, and she'll go to the line.
Again, in transition, they run the floor so well, and they can attack that basket before you get the heart of your defense set up. And Mara Braun, I've been a big fan of her. Last year, I thought she really played with confidence as a freshman. Some really good games against Hopkins. And I'll tell you what I like, too, on that last play is Emma Cans did not allow her to get an easy look at that. Got her with the body, made her earn them, but she knocks him down. But good defense as well.
Free throw's good, making Wayzata leader again at 7-5. Nice little spin on the block and two more.
Great,
Schulte.
Yeah, great move, and you can see she's got excellent footwork. She's a guard, but she's got great footwork and just her ability to score.
On a drive, another foul by Maple Grove inside.
You can see, look at that, posting up. Just a great reverse pivot, and then using that left hand. That's just a phenomenal move down low.
Fouls on Gordon, her first. And the first free throw try by Braun this time does not go.
Well, that's one of the things Coach Cook talked about. He said one of the things that can hurt us this year is foul trouble. We just don't have a lot of depth this year as of yet. And so that'll be keep an eye on that as foul trouble. They're a different team, I think, if they get into foul trouble.
So the Trojans 0 for 2 from the line on that trip, and we're tied at 7. This one off the fingertips of Branton, out of bounds. Turnover, Maple Grove.
Even though they didn't connect, that was a great idea that time. Good job by Lamker drawing the defense, and a great cut by Izzy Brandt there to go back door, just to pass a little bit high. But you got to make Wayzata. If they're going to play physical, they're going to be in your face defensively. That's how you attack it.
Krzwinski with the ball. Ellie Prosser's into the game. Number 53 misses on that three. Braun had a hand on it, but couldn't get two hands, and it's into the hands of Lamker. Off to Schulte, and a foul on the drive.
Just feel like Schulte plays with that bounce in her step, doesn't it? And she's always looking to attack. You can see how quick she is, too, off the dribble. Great move. That's what you got to do when you're playing a team like Wayzata, who's so good, so tall. You just got to attack them.
Lamker off the glass, just about got that to go, but it missed, and Prosser rebounds, and Braun will bring it front court. Still tied at 7. It's over 5 minutes elapsed. Smiley, quick pass off to Arnebeck, missed the shot.
Oh, good throw ahead.
Maple Grove gets it back. Schulte, a little hesitation in the lane, missed on the shot. Offensive rebound, though. Back out it goes. Three try, not good from Brandt, and Smiley has it. Toronto pushed the tempo again. Now we'll put the three up, missed off the glass, and Lamker's got a 2-on-1 here. A spin, shot off the glass, not good. Prosser rebounds. Outlet gets intercepted. Arnebeck with the steal. Maple Grove will reset. Lob into Cans, trying to back down Prosser. Goes up with a shot, too strong. Rebound Trojans. Here's Braun. Looking, lobs, and wide open underneath. An easy two and a good look. And Wayzata breaks the tie again. And the first points tonight for Johnson, as we mentioned, averaging 26 a game coming in.
Oh, great seal, but a great pass by Braun. Did you see her look away? Kind of looked the help defense away and threw a perfect pass right over the top. All Johnson had to do was turn and score. Good offense. Oh, nice cut.
And Lamker can't handle the pass, and it's back to Wayzata off the turnover. Shot underneath, a foul. And we'll get free throws again for Braun.
And you can see early on, too, John, I think you give a lot of credit to the Crimson defense. They are not giving anything easy to Wayzata. But you can see right now just on the offensive end, just struggling for that next playmaker, someone else to create offense for them.
First one comes off. Second one is good. So made her first two, missed three in a row, and then hits that one. And it's 10-7 Wayzata. Bryn Senda, number 25, in now for Wayzata. Number 5 for Maple Grove is Kelly Collins, who's in. Gordon, baseline, gets fouled.
Ari Gordon's done a nice job a couple times already here in the first half of nice ball fake and then ripping through, driving baseline, putting pressure on that Wayzata defense.
Wayzata foul on Lydia Hay, her first, 4th team foul.
They're going to say she's shooting. Didn't it look like she was in the act of passing that?
So,
but yeah, nice.
Yeah. Gordon, first one up and in. She missed her first two, but connects on this one for her first point tonight.
The other thing, too, by attacking the basket like that, when you put pressure on the defense, you get fouls. And if you can get Wayzata in some foul trouble, it becomes a little bit different game.
Second one missed, and it's 10-8. Send in for Wayzata. Now Smiley. Here's Johnson going baseline, spin, shot up in the lane, and puts down 2 more.
And sometimes great offense beats great defense. That was good defense, but just an excellent spin move, and she's got great touch and those long arms, able to get her shot off anytime she wants to.
Schulte backs it out to midcourt. Now will drive to the basket and gets fouled.
Oh.
Foul will be on Olivia Arnebeck.
It was a little Allen Iverson crossover there. Great ball handling quickness, too.
Schulte is 73% free throw shooter, hits the first one.
Well, going to North Dakota State, like you mentioned, to play basketball. Great program up there, great school.
Hits them both. She'll get a little rest. And back in Kylie Baronic, number 12, for the Crimson. Mara Brown and Abby Kraswinski back in. Pass intended for Johnson. Knocked away by Maple Grove, who defended her pretty well. She's got a couple of baskets, but.
It was a nice job by Jordan Lamker. They're fighting around, and that's not easy to do, and you can see how hard she's working to deny that. If you don't get that on the entry, you just got to make sure you have someone else behind you that can make it difficult.
Kraswinski puts it on the floor. Gordon got a hand on it, but couldn't quite get the steal. Knocked away from Hay, and it's a steal for the Crimson later in the possession. Hay goes down, a back up. Pons to Lamker. Out of the hands of Brandt to Lamker. Into the paint, spin, just short off the glass, and rebounded by Hay.
It just looks like Jordan Lamker, she's getting good shots, maybe bothered just a little bit by the length of Wayzata down low.
Braun on the wing. From 15, in and out. Ball tipped out. Cons has it into the hands of Baronic. Front court for Maple Grove. Lamker holding out high, now will hand off to Baronic. Nearing the midway point of the first half. Wayzata with a 2-point lead.
You know, I think this pace right now is probably favoring Maple Grove, taking some time off the clock.
We mentioned before what the score was last year when these teams played. I don't know that we'll have 49-44 again, but we're trending more that way than a higher scoring game that Maple Grove have seen so far. Off the missed shot, it's out of bounds, back to Wayzata.
The other thing, too, Maple Grove is doing is when you're trying to hit the post, which you can see, they're really, Wayzata is focusing on Jenna Johnson down low, playing 4 around 1. The other thing is if you get up in ball pressure, you make that a much harder pass than if you're sagging off you. So if you can get into those passing lanes and be active and pressure the ball, it makes it a lot harder to deliver post passes.
Lob pass, too strong, but ends back in the hands of Wayzata. Braun left open on the baseline, hits.
Again, good defense, good hustle, knocking it loose. Wayzata gets to that loose ball there. Mara Braun makes him pay.
Schulte curls out top, back off on the dribble. It's the return pass. Knocked away from her. Nice play by Arnebeck, who gets the deflection, then the tie up on the loose ball.
Yeah, you get that deflection and then getting on the floor. You love to see that great drive and kick right there. And Mara Braun knocks down the mid-range jump shot. Good shot fake.
Baranek shot up, not good. And into the hands of Kraswinski. And she'll bring it to the front court. The freshman off to Braun.
Even though Baranek missed that was a great move. And again, confident move. Shot fake, attack the basket.
Into Kraswinski, and Gordon a little contact from behind. That'll be her second foul. So she's got 2. Cairns also for Maple Grove with 2. And Stewart for Wayzata on the bench with 2. And now Stewart is back in on it. She has the ball here on the wing, and she'll put up a 3. Missed it. And rebounded by Schulte. Here's Baranek. Schulte driving. Gordon looks in for Cairns. Traveled. Jenna Johnson back in, and Olivia Arnebeck out.
Sometimes you look and you're playing Wayzata and they just keep bringing another 6-footer and another 6-footer. They just keep checking in, and you're thinking 6-footers are everywhere. How about the run for Wayzata right now? Volleyball state championship, football state championship, their girls program ranked number 2. Their boys team's going to be really solid again this year. They're on a nice run of athletics at Wayzata.
Stewart holding, lobbing down. Johnson in traffic, gets herself free though and puts it in.
I mean, she makes that look so easy. That's not easy. You're catching over your shoulder. You got 3 people around you, so she has to gather and able to just compose herself and go right up and finish. That was really nicely done.
Schulte open in the corner for a 3. It won't go. Cairns rebounds, gets her shot blocked by Stewart. A good play by Stewart to get the block. Ryan without
fouling.
Picking up her 3rd foul, yep. Stewart headed to Nebraska next year. Passes off to Braun. Smiley and back out. Stewart put up another 3, in and out. Tipped by Lampker into the hands of Schulte. She'll push the tempo here for Maple Grove. Off to Izzy Brandt. Goes baseline, nice reverse try, won't go. Cairns rebounds, and that one's up and off. Boy, Maple Grove's had some really good looks yep. Close in that just have not fallen, and that's why they're stuck on 10 points right now.
Well, if you haven't seen Wayzata girls play, you're probably wondering why is Annika Stewart shooting 3-pointers, but she's a great shooter, great perimeter shooter.
3-second violation here on Wayzata, and Stewart. Yep. It's back over to Maple Grove.
Yeah, at 6'4". I mean, she's a good post player, but she's got a great touch too from the outside.
Maple Grove in a long scoring drought here. Ball knocked away by Stewart, saved by Smiley. Nice hustle by Jazz Smiley to get to that ball. Here comes Braun. Off for Kraswinski. Johnson with a spin in the lane and back to the basket and can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Lamker.
See how much ground she covers with that long Euro step there. Some things you just can't teach, you can't coach, and that one of them is having length, and you can see how long she is, and she uses it well.
Pass deflected and intercepted by Braun. Braun, the baseline, and they find Stewart underneath. Nice passing there by Wayzata to find Stewart in traffic to draw the foul, and she'll go to the line for 2.
One thing Wayzata does a great job, and they've done this for a couple years, John, is their bigs just follow right down to the center of the hoop. And you can see there was a penetration, kick to the baseline, and Stewart just drove right to the basket, front of the rim, and she got that ball. That's just great offense.
Send it back in for Smiley, and Gordon in for Kansas, who just picked up her 3rd foul. Both free throws good for Stewart. She'll get a rest, and Lydia Hay back in.
And you kind of get that feeling, 18-10 here. Maple Grove scoreless for the last few minutes. You don't want to let this game get out of hand. You don't want to go down, by 15, 20 points going into halftime. They need to find a way to get some baskets.
Brandt shot won't go, or Schulte rather, and Hay rebounds. Braun. Shot from the corner, not good, and rebounded by Schulte off the miss from Senden.
Good pass.
Knock away, and we're going to get a foul here on Senden. That's her first, team 6th.
And if Maple Grove can stay aggressive and get fouls, they're going to be in the bonus here for the last 4 minutes and 36 seconds. So that might be one way to get some points on the board, is try to get fouled, try to get to the free throw line.
Shot up and in. And there, the streak ends on a layup by Schulte. She's got 9 points.
Yeah, she's got 9 of their 12 and really just aggressive to the basket.
Traveling whistled against Arnebeck. On Johnson, and that's another turnover for Wayzata.
And part of that, part of that is that she's working so hard and she finally gets it. You want to go. Sometimes you have a tendency to move those feet before you put the ball down. You love the quickness, the aggressiveness there, but you just got to get that dribble down.
Shot from the corner won't go. And 3 off for Schulte. Here comes Braun. Knocked out of bounds by Maple Grove.
For the most part, the Crimson have done a nice job in that transition defense. Not giving anything easy. Wayzata's been able to get some baskets, but it's just been really good offense. Defensively, not many breakdowns for Maple Grove.
Gordon watching Braun. Kraswinski. Ball tipped. And a steal for Maple Grove. Veronica ahead to Lamker. Back out. Free try is good for Brandt.
That's a big basket. Nice patience that time by Lamker. Kicks it out, and Izzy Brandt, no hesitation, shot that with confidence. And just like that, 5 unanswered points now. They're right back into this game. It's exactly the kind of response that Maple Grove needed.
18-15 with 3:20 to play in the half.
It's amazing, too. The ball starts to fall in. It re-energizes your defense as well.
Johnson gets away from traffic, missed the first shot, and then gets fouled by Schulte.
Take a look at Maple Grove in transition. Nice job by Jordan Lamker. Gets right to the heart of the defense. It collapses. She kicks it out, and Izzy Brandt nails the 3.
Second foul on Schulte, 7th team foul. Well, this is a shooting foul here. It's 2 for Johnson and misses on the first one. It was a 1-on-1 call, but nobody moved, so that's why I initially thought it was a 2-shot foul. Maple Grove thought it was a 1-on-1, which Looks like the official out front was calling.
I thought she was in the act of shooting. No? What?
So it was indeed a 1-and-1. Maple Grove reacted properly. Mike Schumacher didn't agree.
I think I'm with him on that. I thought she was going up to shoot, too.
So it's back over to the Crimson.
Well, and maybe even more importantly than that, it was the second foul on Abby Schulte. So she's going to sit down, and she's been almost all of the offense here for Maple Grove. So
Gordon, tough shot, hits the side of the backboard and out. Schulte, a little defense for offense substitution. She's right back in now for Beranek.
Yeah, I think with a senior like that you trust, you just tell her, hey, we can't pick up that third foul, but we need you in the game. We need your offense in the game. I'll tell you what's refreshing, John. I went to the Timberwolves game on Sunday, and to come back here and see how hard high school girls play as opposed to what I saw on Sunday in the NBA. These kids are playing hard, and you just, as a fan of basketball, you appreciate it.
Smiley's pass intended for Johnson, knocked away. Brandt has it, gets it for Gordon. It's away from traffic, back to the trailer. Brandt and into the hands of Schulte. Chance to tie on this possession with a 3 with 2:15 to go in the half. They'll go into Lampker. She'll put it on the floor around Johnson, but missed the shot. And then I think Lampker is going to get whistled for a foul as Johnson grabbed the defensive rebound.
Yeah, I think that was a frustration foul for Jordan. And I'll tell you, as frustrated as she might be offensively, she's been great defensively, working her tail off, trying to front down low on Johnson there, and had a number of deflections. But that's one of those where you just got to get back and play defense. Don't give up that foul. Don't give up free throws, too.
This one's definitely a 1-on-1, Ryan. And the first one's good.
And no confusion on this one.
7 points for Jenna Johnson. Coming off a 33-point game against Lakeville North in her last outing. Second one, not good. Rebound by Gordon.
No, that's something to keep an eye on, because as good as Jenna Johnson is, she's going to get fouled a ton and get a lot of free throw attempts. You want to be a good 70-80% free throw shooter as there's a turnover, and take advantage of all those opportunities that you're going to get.
Under 2 minutes to play now. Trojans looking to build on this 4-point lead. It was 8. Through the lane, then the pass back out to Smiley. Arnebeck for Braun. Back across, Smiley for 3 hits.
Again, great defense, but just even better offense. Great penetration. The ball's moving. The skip pass, so much attention to Jenna Johnson down low. Smiley finds herself wide open and knocks it down.
.110 to go. Kylie Beranek with it, gives it up to Klons. Lampker from the corner into the paint, back out to Gordon. Beranek driving, shot up. It's blocked underneath Gordon. And a good feed to her from Schulte, and Gordon with the basket.
What I like is Schulte, just a quick decision. Got that great rebound. Immediately her head was up. Gordon cuts right to the rim. Easy basket. Nice play by Abby Schulte.
Final 30 seconds of the first half. Down to under 20 to go. Missed by Arnebeck on the 3 from the corner. Maple Grove will get the last possession, it looks like. Schulte will drive it all the way and gets fouled. Maybe Schulte was not going to hold for one there. Aggressive, goes to the hoop and draws the foul. First foul on Smiley as Schulte heads to the line with 6 seconds to go. Delaney Seward, number 22 in for the Crimson. Second one is good. Schulte hitting both free throws. Izzy Brandt back in. Schulte will come out. And 5 seconds to play. Braun gets fouled. Seward committing the foul and send Braun to the line for a 1-and-1.
Which camera is doing the halftime?
First one is good, and Braun will earn the bonus. Second one also good with 2.9 seconds to go. They'll have to hurry. Bronick from past half court, not good. And that is the end of the first half. Wayzata takes a 5-point lead into halftime at 24-19. Those 2 late free throws from Mara Braun. She's been a big scorer for them tonight with 9 points. Abby Schulte has been the top scorer in the game for Maple Grove with 11 so far. Let's go down to the court. Ryan Iverson standing by with Mark Cook.
Hey, Coach, we talked before the game. Wayzata averaging 83 points per game. You have to be pretty happy at 24 points at halftime. How'd you do that defensively?
I think our kids are communicating really well. They're executing what we tried to do. It helps that 30 sitting on the bench with fouls. But we'll take it. Our defensive effort so far has been fantastic. We're rebounding the ball well, and so I'm happy with that.
You called that early timeout after they got an easy one there. What did you tell the girls in that timeout?
Well, we weren't doing what we had worked on in practice. We weren't executing the things that we had talked about in practice and the game plan, and we just weren't communicating, and so we needed to fix that right away. Otherwise, we were going to be in trouble fast.
Offensively, and we talked about that as well, is scoring enough points to beat this team. How do you generate a little bit more offense here in the second half?
Well, we got to continue to go at them without being scared. Okay, I think we're worried about getting our shots blocked. We're altering shots. We just got to continue to go at them, finish high off the glass. They're a very physical team, but if we go at them, we think we can get them in foul trouble too. So.
And lastly, Coach, before I let you go, it is cancer awareness tonight. Everyone's wearing the pink. How important is that, and does it kind of shed light on, yes, this is a game after all. Cancer affects real life. How important is that to you and this community?
My mom had breast cancer years ago, and anything we can do to give back to the community is important, and Pay It Forward is just an unbelievable organization, and so we try to do our part to raise money and give back to them, and Wayzata bought in, and they're playing a part of it too, and it's Schumacher runs such a classy program over there. Our booster club has worked their butts off to make tonight special, and I'm so grateful for everything they do.
Oh, it's really awesome. Congrats. Good luck in the second half, Coach. Back to you, JJ.
All right, thanks, Ryan. We'll hear from Coach Mike Schumacher before the start of the second half. Our halftime score, Wayzata 24, Maple Grove 19. Back with more high school girls basketball on CCX after this.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
Halftime high school girls basketball tonight at Maple Grove. Wayzata 24, Maple Grove 19. Well, just 4 days ago, the Wayzata football team won the 4th state championship in school history. They won the Class 6A title on Friday night, defeating Champlin Park 35-20, and Ryan capping an unbeaten season. And we talked about this when we did a couple of the Trojans playoff games down the stretch, what a complete team they were, and they showed that in the second half, made some adjustments on defense, kind of shut Champlin Park's offense down, and gave them a steady diet of Christian Vassar, who set a Prep Bowl record with 49 carries in that game and 5 touchdowns.
Well, what I love too, John, is some coaches try to outsmart themselves, and yeah, I love what Lambert Brown said is, hey, we know how we're going to win. Here's our formula. If you can't stop it, we're going to keep doing it. And it wasn't pretty, it wasn't fancy, but 49 carries, over 200 yards, 5 touchdowns. In your great story, I always, whenever I watched Wayzata that night, I kept thinking of the big sexies up front, and they did their job. They just physically wore out Champlin Park. So congratulations to Wayzata. What a wonderful year. Congratulations to Champlin Park, too, on a great year. I thought early on those were the 2 best teams that we had covered and seen, and kind of came to fruition that way, but Wayzata just physically wore them down like they did so many other opponents throughout the year.
Let's look at the highlights from the first half of tonight between the Trojans and the Crimson. Wayzata up by 5 at halftime. Abby Schulte popping an early 3-pointer for Wayzata. She's been there, or for Maple Grove rather. She's been their top scorer tonight. Nice little up and under move there for Schulte for 2 more points for Wayzata. And the defense for Maple Grove has been pretty good, denying Jenna Johnson the ball. You saw that defensive effort there, and what an effort going through traffic there to lay in 2 more for the senior.
Great pass here, too.
Sets up Ari Gordon for the basket. And back out for the 3-pointer. It was a big 3 for Maple Grove when they trailed by 8 and were able to cut into the lead. Monica Stewart in for 2 points there. Spent some time on the bench with foul trouble. Was still able to contribute a couple of baskets. Jenna Johnson, a nice move. And
I don't know how you defend that too, right, John.
The defense there with the steal, and then the kick-out pass to Mara Braun for the hoop. And Stewart, a great lob pass in here to Johnson in traffic, who was able to fight through the bodies and lay in 2 more. Jasmine Smiley knocking down a 3-pointer for her only points of the first half. So look at the scoring leaders. Braun with 9, Johnson with 7, and Stewart with 4 for Wayzata. Schulte with over half their points, 11 points so far. Brandt and Gordon 3 each for Maple Grove.
Yeah, and what stands out to me is Maple Grove, they're going to need Jordan Lamker to offensively be productive in the second half. They need her attacking and getting to the basket, creating plays, being aggressive. And that was interesting. Coach Cook kind of said what I was thinking too, is who cares if you get your shot blocked, right? Don't just attack. And once you start doing that, good things usually follow. But I'm going to ask Coach Schumacher at halftime, how would he defend his own team? When you're going 4 around 1, all 4 girls can shoot, they can pass, and then you put, either Annika Stewart or Jenna Johnson down low. That's a hard offense to defend.
We'll take time out. We'll come back. More of our halftime, and then the second half coming up. More Wayzata Maple Grove basketball on CCX coming up. Back to the floor we go. Ryan Iverson standing by with Trojans head coach Mike Schumacher.
Hey, Coach, so you guys are averaging 83 points per game, 24 at half. Was that, you look at it as Maple Grove's defense or offensive execution on your end?
A lot of both. We shot 33% in the first half, which isn't a great percentage, but hats off to Maple Grove. They're playing a physical, intense defense, so that obviously factors in. They're also holding the ball longer on possessions. When the number of possessions is down, the score goes down. So, it's not a magic formula. There's a lot of things that play into that. I'm watching you guys. You have five girls who can score at any time. You go 4 around 1. You move the ball. Great post play. How would you defend your team? Well, if I told you all the secrets, it'd go out to the whole viewing area. That wouldn't be any good, would it? Oh, come on. I need the exclusive. Hey, what'd you tell them at halftime here? Well, how big is this second half? Oh, it's huge. We got to get off to a good start. We got to shore up a few things. They're getting too much penetration to the basket. A lot of their points will come from the line or from penetration. So we got to do a better job protecting the gaps. Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. All right, back to you, John.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks to both coaches for taking a few moments with us at halftime. Emma Cans with 3 personal fouls for Maple Grove. Abby Schulte and Ari Gordon with 2 fouls apiece for Wayzata. Stewart, 2 early fouls for Wayzata, but nobody else on the Trojans with more than 1 foul as we get ready for the start of the second half. Opening possession is for Wayzata. And we are underway here in the second half. Zwinski go inside. Easy 2 for Stewart. And a great look to start the second half for Wayzata's offense. Schulte step back to Brandt, in some trouble and able to draw contact and a foul. Zwinski will pick up the foul. It'll be her second.
Well, we'll see what adjustments both teams make here in the second half. I know Coach Cook was telling his girls to attack, be aggressive, put pressure on that Wayzata defense. Maybe you get foul trouble.
Schulte's 3 try curls out. They get the rebound though, and it's into the hands of Brandt. Now Lamker will try. That comes up short and rebounded by Braun. Nice move and lays it in for 2.
See how she did that Euro step to the right, avoided the contact, and then had the finger roll and the right spin on it too. That was a beautiful move.
4 points out of the gate to start the second half. Wayzata has their biggest lead of the game at 9. Lamker's 3 not good. Gordon crashes the boards, but that one wouldn't go. And Johnson rebounds for Wayzata. Off for Braun, 3. Not good. Ball tipped, and it's into the hands of Gordon. Has Schulte on her left, feeds her the ball up, not good, and she'll go to the line though for 2.
Oh, great job by Gordon there, drawing the defender, gave it up right at the perfect time, and I thought Abby Schulte went right into the contact, drew the foul, getting a chance to score here. I thought those 2 big shots by Jordan Lamker were big, John. If she could get one of those to fall, see the ball go in the rim, maybe get a good rhythm here for her in the second half.
Has scored just 2 free throws so far tonight, averaging 16 a game, albeit just in 2 games to start the season.
And you see those 2, they're the motors that make their team's offenses run. And I'll tell you, Abby Schulte doing a nice job of keeping Maple Grove in this game with her scoring.
She's made all 6 of her free throws and now has 13 points. 28-21.
And as you watch this play develop, look at, there's 4 girls in white jerseys around the perimeter. And you can see down low, they switch off between who's posting up.
Ball deflected by Baranek out of bounds.
Yeah, great hustle by Baranek there. And that's the hard part, is you got to leave your girl to go help, and that's where those skip passes sometimes are open. And if Wayzata is shooting well from the perimeter, holy buckets, is that a hard offense to defend. I was trying to get Coach Schumacher to tell me how he would defend his team, but
he wouldn't give that up.
He didn't want to share.
A little trouble for Wayzata with the ball along the sideline. Stewart gets it back, and then it's intercepted by Gordon. Ahead to Schulte. Too strong off the glass. Gordon there, and she gets fouled. We'll go to the line for 2.
And I'll tell you why those are important is, number one, you're getting fouls on the other team, which if you get them into foul trouble, Wayzata's team looks a little bit different. But 2, you stop the clock, you get your girls some rest, you're able to get to the free throw line, you slow that pace down a little bit too, and I think all that plays in Maple Grove's favor.
First free throw up and good for Ari Gordon.
You know you get good arc on the ball when it goes out of our camera view on the free throw. I love it. I always teach young players to shoot up, get arc on it. Look at that arc. I love it.
Second one not good, but Lamker chases down the offensive board, and Maple Grove will reset. Gordon right corner. Schulte to Brandt.
What I do love about Jordan Lamker, John, is she might be struggling offensively, but she's not sulking or pouting. She's still playing hard, working her butt off, getting loose balls, getting offensive rebounds.
Got her first shot blocked here by Stewart and then gets tied up by Hay. Alternate possession, and it will stay with Maple Grove here.
Yeah, she's 0 for 8 from the field, but she's still playing hard and still diving, getting loose balls, and makes a great pass down low to Schulte, who was able to get it up and in, and just like that, back to 4 points.
5 in a row here for Maple Grove. Here's Braun, long 2 off the mark, rebounded by Baranek. Looking ahead, now we'll hold it out to Schulte. And into the hands of Brandt. Made a 3 in the first half. Here's Lamker with it. Guarded by Stewart. Back out. Free try is good. Izzy Brandt pulls Maple Grove within 2 and a full timeout for Wayzata. Within 1 on the 3.
Great spacing that time, and I like the matchup there with Jordan Lamker trying to take Stewart off the dribble. She drew the help, and rather than force a tough shot there, kicks it to her teammate, and Izzy Brandt knocks down her second 3 of the game, and the Crimson bench is loving it. Down 1. They are right into this ball game.
8-0 scoring run for Maple Grove. Well, we got our next TV game. Ryan, we won't be there on Thursday, but a nice Northwest Suburban Conference matchup coming up on Thursday night. Jay Wilcox and Patty Sorensen will have the call from Rogers High School as the Royals host 5th-ranked Park Center. The Pirates off to a good start. That's a really talented roster, and we'll look forward to seeing them. And here are some of the other upcoming games. Good girls hockey matchup on Saturday as Wayzata travels to Aldrich Arena to take on Hill Murray. Osseo Park Center boys basketball next Tuesday. That's been changed just today to a 5:30 tip-off rather than 7 p.m. next Tuesday at Park Center. And then high school wrestling next Thursday, Champlin Park at home against Andover.
I'll tell you, one of the things that stood out, you know, I did call some of the prep bowls this weekend, is how many wrestlers, good wrestlers, play football too. And wrestling's such a fun sport to watch. I watch all the broadcasts online when I can. I just love watching wrestling.
Well, out of the timeout here after Wayzata had started quickly offensively in the second half. Maple Grove comes back. Johnson drives and gets fouled.
Well, and the other thing that's so tough is when you're 6'2", but you can put the ball on the ground. A lot of times you're going to get a center guarding you, and she's quick like a guard, Johnson is, and their spacing is so good. So when you do drive, it's very rarely is there help waiting for you.
And Johnson missing on the first free throw. He's 1 of 4 tonight. Hands had picked up the foul. It's her 4th, and Lamker back in. Second one good. 8 points tonight for Johnson.
And she's got great form, too. So it's just, you know, it's a matter of her just getting that confidence at the free throw line.
One possession game. Lamker puts it on the deck. Picks up the dribble now. Finds Baranek open for the lead. Comes out and rebounded by Stewart. Into the hands of Braun. She'll pull up. Her 2 off the mark. Too strong for Johnson as it went past her, but they get the board and then a steal. Baranek able to take the pass away off the hands of Stewart. Schulte for the lead, and that's good.
Yeah. I'll tell you, that stop was made by Ari Gordon, getting in the passing lane, deflecting it, and then I love to see Abby Schulte there. No hesitation. She's got a little bit of space. Let it fly. Hits the 3. Maple Grove in the lead by 1.
Stewart, Johnson's wide open.
That's a great pass, and I'll tell you, give a lot of credit to Jenna Johnson working down low. She is battling for position, finally got it, and a great feed to her.
Lampker will drive on Stewart. Not good. Stewart rebounds. Hay to the front court. Braun, another dish off. Johnson open again for 2.
Well, what you got to like for Wayzata is you see Maple Grove on that run. They take the lead. No panic at all. Just 2 great possessions and 2 Jenna Johnson easy baskets down low.
Dozen points now for Johnson. Ronick to Brandt, over to Lampker, back out. Brandt left side, 1 dribble on the pass into Schulte, and traffic gets it to go and will go to the line.
Well, she's 5'9", but you would think she's 6'2". She goes right at the taller defenders there, no hesitation at all. Gets the contact. Interesting, Wayzata switched it up there, went to a 1-2-2 zone defense. The middle of the floor, watch Schulte get it there and just attacks and goes right through the contact with the 3-point play opportunity.
Fouls on Hay. It's her second as Abby Schulte hits the free throw. And a timeout taken here as we are tied at 33 with 12:46 to go in the second half.
You know, it's crazy. It's it doesn't matter. Think over the years with Coach Cook and his teams, you're never going to see them get blown out. He's such a good coach, and he puts his players in the right positions to make plays. And it doesn't matter what the talent discrepancy is or isn't. He's always going to put his teams in place, and I think we're in for a good one here.
After tonight's game, Wayzata stays on the road. Friday night they are at Prior Lake. And then next Thursday, home against Elk River. Big one against Park Center Wednesday, December 18th. Coming up for the Trojans and for the Crimson. They will be home here against Champlin Park on Thursday, at Moorhead on Friday, and then return to conference play next Tuesday here against Armstrong.
Well, both teams, especially Wayzata playing at Prior Lake. Elk River's a really good team this year, and then playing Park Center. So tough schedules early on for both teams. And I just loved, as a competitor, you love to see that, not dodging anyone. You're trying to find the best games possible, and that Lake Conference is a grind throughout the year for Wayzata, and they'll certainly be prepared for it.
33-33. 12 and a half minutes to play here in the second half. Number 2 Wayzata 4-0 on the season. Number 10 Maple Grove is 1-1. Drive by Johnson, got cut off, went to Smiley. Skip pass across. Johnson now for 3 and hits.
That was such a great possession for her. She was battling down low, side to side. They did a great job at defending her there. She pops out wide and then buries the 3. I mean, that's just a great repertoire for her to have. She can beat you in so many ways. At 6'2" to step outside and hit 3s, that's pretty unbelievable.
Lampker, 1 dribble, and then to Baranek. Schulte to Gordon at the free throw line. Gonna take it at Smiley, and we'll get traveling call.
Yeah, it looked like she kind of shuffled the feet there before she picked that dribble up. But they got the matchup they want. You got Ari Gordon and you got Annika Stewart there in the middle of the floor. That's where Gordon needs to use that athleticism and quickness, try to get to the rim, and like she did, and almost had a great move.
Here's Braun for 3. Back iron not good. We're going to call Lampker, I think, go over the back. It looked like she had a pretty clean over Johnson, but they're going to whistle her for the foul.
That's where some of those look like fouls just from the the peripheral, but let's see a good. Yeah, it looked like just a pretty good strong rebound right there.
Off the inbound shot, missed, and the follow-up is up and in. 2 more points for Braun.
She's a spark plug for them, isn't she? You can see she handles the ball. She not afraid to shoot, and such a great quality to follow your own shot. And she could tell she missed it short. She followed it, and she got a rebound. Beautiful.
Double team on the ball, but a good release to Lamker off the pass from Schulte, and she gets fouled. That'll be the third on Hay.
And again, just being aggressive, attacking the basket. If you get your shot blocked, so what? A lot of times referees will reward you by sending you to the free throw line. They need, Maple Grove does, Jordan Lamker here. She's got to finish this game in double digits if they're going to score enough to win this basketball game.
First free throw up and good. Olivia Arnebeck in, Lydia Hay out for Wayzata. Kelly Klon's in for Maple Grove, replacing Kylie Baranek. Lamker again perfect from the free throw line. She made all 4 of her foul shots tonight. Back to a 3-point game. Johnson off for Smiley, back out Johnson. Arnebeck looking inside, gives it to Braun. Johnson open in the corner, kicks it back out. 3 try is good. Arnebeck with her first basket tonight.
That's where they're so dangerous. Do you see how quick that ball moved? There's an easy one. A rare mental breakdown on defensive transition allows Maple Grove to get an easy one.
Izzy Brandt with the basket. 41-37.
But just watch how the ball just moves from the outside. They're patient, their heads are up. Of course, you're going 4-on-1, and that's what happens there. You get great spacing, a great angle to deliver that ball to the post, and Stewart able to just turn. And she does a great job of keeping that ball up high and finishing.
Schulte getting it to Lamker. Ball was tipped, but Lamker got it. Gordon open as Brandt. She missed on this 3, but follows her own shot. Goes to the basket, hit the underside of the backboard. Lamker rebounds. Back to Schulte. To Cons. Brandt, another 3. That one's off the mark and rebounded by Schulte. Ball gets tipped a couple of times. Comes to Brandt. It's blocked by Johnson, out of bounds. A lot of tries at it there for Maple Grove. Nothing in so far, but they still have possession.
Well, that's what you got to do when you're playing the number 2 ranked team in the state, John, is you got to be relentless. You got to shoot your shots when they're open, and you got to win loose balls and get offensive rebounds. That's what they did.
Steal by Braun. She'll attack. And getting in the way, I don't know if she got a piece of it or not, was Baranek for Maple Grove. Brandt. Schulte left open for 3. Back iron not good. Stewart, good position, gets the rebound.
Oh, nice pass.
Lob down low. Johnson for 2 more.
And again, you can just see Jenna Johnson. It's so underrated, but she beats everyone down in transition, gets great position right under the basket, and then you got to have point guards that have their head up. Mara Braun certainly does. Able to just beat the defense with that ball, deliver a perfect pass, and easy score for Johnson.
Wayzata has moved that lead back up to 8 points. Biggest lead was 9 tonight. 3 for Brandt, cuts back into the lead again.
Just when you think that Wayzata might be starting to pull away, every time tonight Maple Grove's had an answer. A big 3 for Izzy Brandt. She missed a couple last possession, didn't hesitate there, went right up and buried it.
Braun drives a baseline, draws contact, and will go to the line for 2.
And again, good spacing, they kick it over. Izzy Brandt, you got to have a short memory when you're a shooter. You could be 0 for 10. If you're open, you got to shoot it. She does, and she buried it. Mara Braun seems like the Energizer Bunny, doesn't she? She's just moving and moving and moving. Doesn't seem to get tired.
Makes the first one. She's got 14 points. And following Schulte is her 3rd. She'll come out for now. Gordon back in.
That's big, without her offensively. We'll see how long Coach Cook decides to keep her on that bench.
Braun hits both free throws, 47-40. Inside of 8.5 minutes to play here in the second half.
Nice kick.
Collins open in the corner for three, long, rebounded by Stewart.
That was good offense. A great drive by Brandt. Good unselfish play. They got a good look, just unable to knock it down.
Braun looking inside. Gordon defending Stewart well. Can't get her in on the post. Oh, back door. Nice pass and missed on the shot by Braun. Good look by Arnebeck on the pass. Here's Brandt to the front court for Maple Grove. To Beranek. Kahn still left corner. Gordon just misfired completely on that one. It's out of bounds off the side of the backboard.
Yeah, that's okay. So what? It's on the stat sheet, it shows up as a miss. It doesn't show up as that it hit the side of the backboard. It was a good shot. You got to shoot it with confidence.
Kahn's out. Cam's back in for Maple Grove. Arnebeck looking inside. Krzywinski hands it off. Stewart for three. It's good.
That's just a hard ask of any defense to defend Annika Stewart down low for about 15 seconds. She pops out for a ball reversal. You relax for a second, hands are down, and then she buries a 21-footer. Great offense.
Biggest lead of the night for Wayzata. 10 points with 6:40 to go. Beranek missed on the three, and Krzywinski chases down the loose ball.
A great hustle by Krzywinski there, tracking it down.
Johnson is going to take Lampker to the basket. Shot comes off. Out of bounds. Off of Johnson. Nope, it's going to be off of Maple Grove. Excuse me. Look at that three last possession for Stewart.
Yeah, what you didn't see on that replay is about 15 seconds of her fighting for post position and pops and gets a good look. Oh, nice cut.
Arnebeck on the cut and the pass from Braun, not good. Johnson rebounds. Krzywinski's shot, that won't go. And a foul in the paint against Wayzata. So go on Arnebeck. That's her second. 16 fouls on Wayzata, so Maple Grove will be in the bonus the rest of the way, but they need some points here. Down 10 with just over 6 minutes to go.
Well, and you wonder too, with 6 minutes left, if they get a basket, would you consider picking up full court? Trying to create some turnovers, get some easy ones.
Lampker gets two on the assist from Schulte. It's her first field goal tonight.
Well, she caught it. She just went up right up before the defense could get settled. That was good offense. I think the Crimson's best offense, John, is Abby Schulte there at the top of the key going one-on-one and either scoring or, like she did there, making a nice drive and kick for her teammate.
Krzywinski's pass gets deflected. Steal for Maple Grove. Back they come on the run. Brandt can't get it to go, and Schulte couldn't get to the rebound. Johnson has it for Wayzata. Half for Krzywinski, gets cut off by Beranek into the hands of Johnson. Shot, that won't go. Braun gets fouled on the foul up and will go to the line.
You know what she did too? And rather than coming down with it and the rebound and getting fouled, she shot it as she was grabbing that rebound. So she's going to get 2 free throw attempts out of it. She's a very athletic player. Only a sophomore too.
First free throw up and in. Braun 3 for 3 in this half from the free throw line. Has made her last 6 free throws now in the game. Lydia Hayes back in for Wayzata, and Braun, the sophomore, cashes in with both. Lead again is 10. Just over 5 minutes to go in the second half. Three for Lampker, in and out. And then Stewart and Braun both going for the ball, and it goes off of them and out, and it's back to Maple Grove. Brandt inbounds, Lamker in the corner. Beranek, 4:50 to play. Cans going at Stewart. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. Shot won't go. Lamker with the board. She tries to go up against Stewart, who got her shot blocked there, but still ends up with the basketball. Maple Grove keeps possession. Ball off of Brandt. And out of bounds. Turnover, Maple Grove. Good defense by Lydia Hay.
Well, and how about Annika Stewart, too, down low, just keeping her hands getting big, making it really difficult to score down there.
Now, officials are going to discuss whether that was actually off of Hay.
It looked like it got knocked off the thigh of Brandt there.
Yeah, the call will stay.
Yeah.
No lengthy replay, Ryan. We didn't have to go under the hood or anything like that.
That was obnoxious during the football state championship.
Foul before the ball was inbounded. That's the fourth on Jordan Lamker. Stewart for three. This one comes out, rebounded by Braun, but then ripped away by Schulte. Good defense by the Maple Grove senior. Here comes Beranek front court. Maple Grove needs points in a hurry. Lamker on the floor, into the paint. Nice little spin move, glass and good.
That was a good move, good power move, no hesitation. Spun and used the left hand beautifully.
Well, trailed by 8, just over 4 minutes to go as you look at it again.
Just a nice quick power spin like that. And I'll tell you what, when she's not second guessing or shot faking and just goes, she can do that. She can get that. She's got great footwork. Down 8 with 4 minutes left. They're still in a very good spot here. Coach Cook gets a timeout. I wouldn't be surprised to see some type of maybe trap or a three-quarter court or full court pressure just to try to create some extra possessions for them offensively.
Look at the rankings in Class 4A. Early in the season, Hopkins, defending state champion, and right now riding a 36-game winning streak. Ahead of Wayzata, who's only 3 losses last year. Kane 2, Hopkins, Farmington 3. Park Center ranked number 4. Then Lakeville North, Eden Prairie, Stillwater, Chaska, STMA, and Maple Grove. Now those rankings will likely change once the new ones will come out this week. But I don't think there's any question about certainly number 1 or 2, really, at this point.
Well, and my feeling is that there's 1 and 2, and then probably a pretty decent drop-off down to number 3 even. I think Wayzata and Hopkins are, at least as of right now, by far the 2 best teams. And I think that last year, I think if Wayzata had been in a different section, they might have met in the state championship game.
4 minutes to go. Wayzata holding an 8-point lead. They have the basketball.
Does Hopkins have a good player on their girls team?
1 or 2 or 8. Drive the baseline. Johnson not good. Stewart follows up and scores.
Well, that was great defense by Jordan Lamker coming over with 4 fouls, able to get the block, but Annika Stewart finishes it up with another bucket.
Brandt looking inside. Back out Gordon. Beranek into Brandt's hands to Gordon. Hand is open.
Nice cut.
And Schulte, nope, off of her, out of bounds. Wayzata basketball turnover for Maple Grove.
That was a nice idea. Kind of a hard pass to catch there in traffic, a little bit low, but good cut. You feed the post, you get a nice hard cut to the basket, just unable to capitalize.
Wayzata in control here with under 3.5 minutes to play. Looking in for Stewart. Now she'll take the ball, picks up her dribble. Smiley left corner. And back out high. Stewart lobs it down for Johnson. Jenna Johnson up for 2 more.
And again, they just interchange so nicely with Jenna Johnson and Annika Stewart, that high-low. And did you see the patience, too? Johnson caught it, pump fake, let the defense fly by. She's gotten a number of easy baskets in the second half. Not to say that it's easy to post like she does, but she puts in the work. It's great position, so all she has to do is catch and score. Really nice, solid post play.
12 of her 19 points have come here in the second half. Wayzata has stretched its lead now to a dozen. Hands on Stewart, missed the shot, rebounded by Braun. Braun, dish off for Johnson. Stewart for Hay, who curls around up top. Smiley for Braun, goes through the lane. Hay will pop from the corner and hit a 3. Lydia Hay with her first field goal of the night. And that'll help seal it with under 2 minutes to go now, a 15-point game.
Yeah, she's been quiet, but she's another 6-footer, an experienced player, averaging just under 8 points. She's a very capable scorer as well.
Schulte, not good. Stewart keeps it alive, but it's into the hands of Gordon. And then she traveled.
Stewart's got quick hands, doesn't she? You can see that ball looked like it was going out of bounds. Quick hands to save it.
.130 to go here in the game. And the final score, I don't think, is going to be indicative, Ryan, of what we had most of the night. A pretty tight game with Maple Grove able to hang with Wayzata, keep the score down, which they wanted to do, but in the end, it looks like they're not going to have enough offense. Braun misses this shot out of bounds. Still Wayzata basketball.
Well, and to your point, and to what we talked to in the pregame, is defensively, if they kept this in the 50s or 60s, which they have, that's a win. So I think defensively, Coach Cook's got to feel great about their effort, but offensively, they got to find a way to get some more points on the board.
Stewart up and in with that one.
Well, she's quietly had a big game here.
11 of her 15 have come in the second half. You know, Maple Grove had a lot, especially in the first half, and that missed 3 here for Lamker. Really good shots in the paint that just wouldn't fall for them, and you think, you know, 3 or 4 of those go in, maybe it's a different game.
And I think a lot of that's due to the length and the size of Wayzata, too. They just make you second-guess easy shots. There's a
great pass, Arnebeck to Johnson.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, the guards for Wayzata do a great job. Their heads are up. They're looking for those passes. And a great cut by Johnson. Johnson's a scorer, and scorers just find a way to get open and create good shots. You see her cutting, and she's had a nice game, a really big second half.
Final 20 seconds of this one. Wayzata's going to move to 5-0 on the season. They pull away late and win it by 19, 63 to 44. You know, Wayzata takes that little run, a couple little runs from Maple Grove in the second half, but as you said, they don't panic, Ryan.
No, they didn't. And you could see Maple Grove, remember, they went up by 1. Wayzata came down, got 2 easy baskets with Jenna Johnson down low. They never seemed to panic, and they just kept persisting, knowing that their talent and their spacing and the way they play is going to pay off, and it just wore Maple Grove down. And again, I think Maple Grove, hats off to their defense. They held a very good offensive team, well below their season average. So they just got to figure out ways to get better on offense, get more production on offense.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. Ryan will interview a couple of the winning Wayzata Trojan players in a moment. Our final score tonight, 63-44 Wayzata. We'll wrap it up from Maple Grove High School after this timeout. Wayzata wins 63-44. We go down to the floor. Ryan Iverson standing by with the Trojans' top two scorers tonight.
Thanks, John. With a couple of very happy Wayzata Trojans. Let's start with Mara Braun. Mara, 17 points tonight. You know, you play with a lot of great length and size. You're kind of that spark plug for your team. How were you able to be so successful tonight?
You know, coming into the game, Coach Schumacher talked to me a lot about rebounding, assists, doing the extra things like that. The past couple games, I haven't been on point with my defense too, so I kind of came into this game knowing defense was a big thing, and so that's kind of where I got a lot of my momentum was defense and rebounding. But I got a lot of help from Jenna and the others too.
One of the things after watching you guys, you know, last year and this year too, is transition. You get the ball, you're pushing it. You got a great teammate here that runs right to the front of the rim, but you got to have your head up and you got to be looking for it. Is that something you guys practice a lot during the week?
Yeah, Jenna and I have been playing together since 4th grade, so we kind of know each other like that. I'll always find her, but you know, we've been working on practices, pushing the ball, getting the extra pass, and the rim runners. It's a big part of our game this year.
You guys were averaging 83 points. You could come in today against a tough Maple Grove defense, getting in the 60s. Were you surprised at how physical they were defensively, or is that what you expected?
No, it was what we expected. It's always a tough battle with them. They play really good defense. They're physical. We just have to look for good shots and looking for the extra player.
Okay, so before I turn it over to Jenna, if you two play one-on-one, who usually wins?
I don't want to admit it, but Jenna's got me inside. Hey, I can shoot from outside, though. I can hit her with a step back, but no, she's got me inside. I don't know. It's a close one.
Awesome. Well, congrats on a wonderful game tonight. Over to Jenna Johnson, 21 points tonight. Again, talking about just how tough it is to defend you guys. You go 4 round 1. You and Annika moving inside and out. I mean, how would you defend you guys?
Oh, gosh. That's hard. I think Maple Grove did a pretty good job today, just kind of doubling on that backside, but we were able to get it in and out still, and we have great shooters, so they're just around us, kicking it in, and pushing it back out. So
you guys are 5-0. You've played some tough teams here early on. How much fun are you guys having this year? It looks like you're having a ball out there.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I think we're playing like really free this year and stuff, working on our defense and just kind of cheering each other on and having a good time.
Averaging, 26 points per game. Is that what you expected going into this year? I mean, to be that kind of a scorer, or is it just kind of happened?
Yeah, I think we all knew that we had to step up this year just with losing our, seniors last year. But I think we're all stepped up in the scoring column and, just doing my part.
What's the goal? 5-0, ranked number 2. Last year, you guys only lost 3 times. Of course, we know who the team was that beat you 3 times. What's the goal for this group this year, especially after getting off to a great start?
Yeah, I think just continue with this momentum. Hopefully, as the season goes on, kind of continue this trend and keep getting better each day, and hopefully we'll be undefeated.
Who do you think your game is most like? If you were to look at the NBA players, who would you compare Jenna Johnson to?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I don't really know, one specific play I kind of compare myself to. I think someone that's kind of able to play inside and out. And
I'm going Carl Anthony Town.
Okay.
How about you? Who would you compare your game to?
I'm trying to compare it to Sabrina Onescu from Oregon.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people compare us, and she's a good player, so I'm just going to continue to try to be like her.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, congratulations on 5-0 start. Great games tonight. Have fun and enjoy it. Back up to you, John.
All right, thanks very much, Ryan. Thanks to Mara Braun, Jenna Johns, who combined for 39 points tonight as Wayzata pulls away. And they are very worthy of that number 2 ranking, and they go to 5-0 on the season. That does it for our telecast tonight here at Maple Grove High School. I'm John Jacobson for Ryan Iverson and all of our crew. Our final score again, Wayzata 63, Maple Grove 44. More girls basketball coming your way Thursday night as Park Center travels to Rogers to take on the Royals.